Да. Выстрел! 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 Выстрел!
In Donetsk direction, the Yug group of forces units successfully repelled attack launched by assault groups of the AFU 59th Mechanized Infantry Brigade near Nevelskoye, and supported by aviation and artillery captured more favorable lines and positions, as well as inflicted fire on AFU manpower and hardware. The AFU lost up to 210 troops killed and wounded. Artillery guns, anti-tank guided missile systems, and loitering munitions hit one tank. One U.S. made him 777 howitzer, one 122mm D-30 howitzer, and 3 motor vehicles. Air defense systems shot down 35 unmanned aerial vehicles near Novomikhailivka, Sladkoy, Artyomovsk, Kuryamovka, and Nikolaevka. Russian Defense Ministry report on the progress of the special military operation. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. In Kupiansk direction, the Zapad group of forces units improved the situation on the front line and hit manpower and hardware of AFU 41st, 60th Mechanized Brigades near Sinkovka and Terny. Up to 90 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 2 armored personnel carriers, and 3 pickup trucks were eliminated. In the course of the counter-battery warfare, 1 Polish-made Krab self-propelled artillery system, 2 D-20 howitzers, 2 Vostok self-propelled artillery systems, and 1 D-30 howitzer were neutralized. In Krasny Liman direction, the center group of forces units captured more favorable lines and positions and launched strikes at manpower and hardware of AFU 60th, 63rd Mechanized Brigades and the 125th Territorial Defense Brigade close to Yampolovka, Turskoy, and Chervenaya Dubrova. More than 315 Ukrainian personnel, 1 tank, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 11 motor vehicles, and 1 Jayatsid-S anti-tank gun were neutralized. In Donetsk direction, units of the Yug group of forces improved situation on the front line, as well as hit inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of AFU 24th, 42nd Mechanized, 5th Assault, 81st Airmobile, 79th Air Assault Brigades near Belogorovka, Bogdanovka, Kleshevka, Kuryamovka, and Nevelskoye. In addition, 4 attacks launched by assault groups of AFU 79th Air Assault, 24th Mechanized Brigades were repelled near Georgievka, Leninskoye, and Novgorodskoye. The enemy losses amounted to up to 360 Ukrainian troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 12 motor vehicles, and 1 Grad MLRS combat vehicle. In South Donetsk direction, units of the Vostok group of forces improved the tactical situation and launched strikes at units of the AFU 72nd Mechanized Brigade and the 128th Territorial Defense Brigade near Vodyanoy and Nikolskoye. The enemy losses amounted to up to 170 Ukrainian troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 2 motor vehicles. In Kherson direction, units of AFU 65th Mechanized, 121st, 126th Territorial Defense Brigades were hit near Rabatino, Zolotaya Balka, Zimievka. The enemy lost up to 40 Ukrainian troops and 2 motor vehicles. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, and missile troops and artillery of the Russian groups of forces eliminated aircraft on the airfields, temporary deployment areas of foreign mercenaries and special operations forces, and engaged AFU manpower and hardware in 110 areas during the day. Air defense systems have intercepted 7 HIMARS-MLRS projectiles, 3 HARM anti-radiation missiles, 3 JDAM guided bombs, as well as 3 S-200 anti-aircraft guided missiles converted to hit ground targets. In addition, 47 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down close to Kremenaya, Zolotaryovka, Karmazinkovka, Shevchenko, and Rabatino and Novokranskoye. In total, 571 airplanes and 266 helicopters, 12,618 unmanned aerial vehicles, 469 air defense missile systems, 15,076 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,222 combat vehicles equipped with MRLS, 8,074 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 18,782 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Today in the Kremlin, the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation General of the Army Sergei Shoigu reported to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces on the complete seizure of the town of Avdiivka. The town, which represented a powerful defensive stronghold of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, has been taken under control by the Center Group of Forces under the command of Colonel General Andriy Mordvyshev. As a result, an area of 31.75 square kilometers was liberated from the Ukrainian nationalists. Over the past 24 hours, the enemy losses near Avdiivka has amounted to more than 1,500 servicemen. Under the continuous fire damage, the Russian forces HIDAFU units managed to leave Avdiivka in a hurry, leaving weapons and hardware behind. At present, measures are being taken to full clear the city and block Ukrainian units that have left the city and settled at the Avdiivka chemical plant. The liberation of Avdiivka has made it possible to move the front line away from Donetsk to secure it from terrorist strikes by the criminal Kiev regime. Details on the advance of the Russian troops has not been published till the complete defeat of the enemy and the full liberation of the city. The units of the Center Group of Forces continue the offensive to further liberate the Donetsk People's Republic from Ukrainian nationalists. The Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation General of the Army Sergei Shoigu reported to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces on the complete seizure of Avdiivka. The enemy losses amounted to up to 360 Ukrainian troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 12 motor vehicles, and 1 Grad MLRS combat vehicle. The fuel service celebrates its 88th anniversary. Russian Defense Ministry shows Russia's Su-25 ground attack aircraft and fuel service units in action in the special military operation. The units of the Center Group of Forces under the command of Colonel General Andriy Mordvyshev have taken full control of Avdiivka, which was a powerful defensive node of the armed forces of Ukraine. As a result of offensive actions, an area of about 32 square kilometers has been liberated from the Ukrainian nationalists. The enemy losses in the fighting for Avdiivka over the past 24 hours were more than 1,500 servicemen. Under the continuous fire of the Russian troops, only some scattered formations of Ukrainian militants managed to leave Avdiivka in a hurry, abandoning their weapons and military hardware. The order of the AFU commander-in-chief Sirsky to abandon the city was issued only a day after the Ukrainian troops began their uncontrolled escaping from Avdiivka. At present, measures are being taken to finally clear the city of militants, block Ukrainian units that left the city and settled at the Avdiivka coke plant. The liberation of Avdiivka has made it possible to move the front line away from Donetsk, thereby making it significantly safer from terrorist attacks by the Kiev criminal regime. Information about the advance of Russian troops was not made public until the enemy was completely defeated and the city was taken under control. The troops of the Center Group of Forces continue offensive operations for the further liberation of the Donetsk People's Republic from the Ukrainian nationalists. The troops of the Center Group of Forces continue to carry out combat tasks in Krasny-Liman direction. The units of the group, supported by artillery, defeated manpower, and hardware of 60th and 63rd Mechanized Brigades of the AFU close to Yampilovka and Torskoy.
Орудие! Выстрел!